Is the camera on? You're here early. What are you doing? You want the spooky, scary, the terrifying, I still don't know the name. The video probably gonna be Terrifying Tuesdays. Alright guys, hello? Hello? And welcome to welcome to Terrifying Tuesdays. I think I'm gonna stick with that name. I'm not sure. But, you know, we're gonna be reacting to scary animations, scary stories, whatever you guys want. If you want this to be serious, remember to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button, because I just need my channel to, you know, I want to hit 200 this year. Hopefully 300. That would be sick. That would be awesome. Hopefully. But, you know, besides that, I'm gonna get to watching this. Chill. Before we get to watching this, I gotta give a quick shout out to Corey X Kenshin, because this was his idea in the first place. Like, watching a scary video, like, I already see his videos on the side of this. Alright, so right now we're gonna get into the watching part. I almost forgot. Sorry, my bad. Grab your popcorn, grab your soda, let's get into the first animation.
It was around 5:30 p.m. I was walking in the street to my dormitory since my home is far away from my school. There were only 3 to 5 people passing by that street at that time. While walking, I was texting my boyfriend, asking him if I could come over that night since I have a project to make and my laptop's being an ass. It won't turn on, so I was hoping I could borrow his laptop. And then,
why is the beat pause? Why is the music like da 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 dun dun da 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 boom? I was there on my phone, just walking,
asking him if I could come over that night since I have a project to make and my man walking towards me. The street was narrow, so I stopped and moved away to the side to make room for him when he did the same. I nervously laughed and moved to the other side, and he copied me again. This time I felt a bit nervous. Excuse me.
You know you could turn around, right?
I tried to get away from him, but he kept blocking my direction. Then he laughed and moved away. I felt relieved. I quickly walked past him, and then he stomped his feet behind me. I got startled, and then he laughed. I thought he was just a crazy old man.
Same.
I told my boyfriend about it, and he asked me if I was okay. So I told him not to worry. Around 7 p.m., I was at the jeepney stop waiting for a jeepney to arrive because I was going to my boyfriend's apartment since it was 45 minutes and 2 rides away. 30 or 45 minutes later, there was one jeepney with only 5 passengers. So I hopped in. One by one, the passengers got off the jeepney until I was the only one left.
I would, at that point, if I were the only one left, I would get off at any destination. Listen, I'm scared. I'm home alone. Don't just play.
Drop me off by the terminal, please, I said. He didn't say a word. Just
wait, pause. Do y'all see that? Go back to the next frame. I'll wait. You see that guy's face? That was the guy that she ran into. That's why he's acting. So he's gonna drive past the terminal. That looked like the guy in the rear view mirror. That looked like the guy she ran into.
He didn't stop.
Just
drop me off
I'm
here,
too good
please,
at this.
I told him again. Then I saw his face in the rearview mirror. It was the crazy man from earlier. I
told you.
He was looking at me, smiling. I immediately
hop out the back.
Boyfriend, since we don't have 911 here. He wasn't picking up. I didn't know what.
You don't have police?
Should I jump off the Jeep?
Yes?
Then suddenly a group of friends halted the Jeep and he stopped. I immediately got off and ran.
Uh-huh.
I
Break
might have
'em
looked like
ankles.
a maniac to those teenagers, but I didn't care. I called my boyfriend again, who finally picked up. He had just got off from school, and I told him everything. He picked me up where I was, and since then he never let me travel at night.
That was a good one. No. What am I talking? That's trash. That was a trash one. Man, I predicted that all the way. Give me over to the second animation. Go.
When I was 18, I only just recently got out of a relationship with a significant other, and I wanted to see other people. I took up online dating on this app that I don't want to name.
Hold on, go back. Ah! Ah! You see that? That last frame when she turns over to get her phone. To me, that looks like she got Spider-Man thin looking hands.
I never told my parents about my previous relationship, or the guys that I talked to online, so they know nothing about this story. But I still need to tell them one day. Anyway, within a short period of time, I received lots of messages from guys. Most of them were perverts, or just didn't catch my attention, until a cute guy messaged me.
I mean, like,
I forgot his name, so we'll just call him Justin. Justin was around 23 years old at the time. When he messaged me, he told me how attractive I was and showered me with affection and romantic text messages. I was naive at the time, so I was awed and blushed when he told me all that. We started to get to know each other. He was living in Canada, and I was a Polish girl living in the United States. We had a few hobbies in common, and we both went to college. I was studying to be a police officer to get an associate's degree, and he was going to university to get a bachelor's degree. Then, eventually, his messages started to make me uncomfortable. He said that he preferred white girls over Asian girls, and that he always wanted to have sex with a white girl. He asked me if I was still a virgin, and even though I felt uncomfortable, I said yes. He started talking to me sexually, and I didn't like it, but I complied. Then he asked me if I could visit him sometime in Canada, even though I just met him a couple days ago. Living with my parents in a strict Polish household, I told him that I couldn't because of that. He then argued that I was an adult and I could make my own decisions, which was true, but as a Polish person, you still have to listen to your parents even though you're an adult. Of course, I did tell him that I lived in the United States.
You have to listen, pause. You have to listen to your parents anyway. Those kids be disrespected. I'm yelling. I got too much energy. Listen, let's just get back to the video. Alright. He really knocked you out? How hard was the swing? Next time, just grab him by the throat.
But I didn't tell him exactly where I live. He then asked me if I lived in XYZ town in XYZ state. I was shocked when he asked this because I never told him exactly where I lived, and on my profile, I did not give out my location, so I have no idea how he found out about that. I lied to him and said that I didn't, but he said I was lying, and I confessed. Then he asked me for my address, but I refused to give it to him. He got angry and said that everyone gave their address out, which of course I knew wasn't true. I then blocked him. But the story doesn't end there. A few weeks later, I heard that in my neighborhood, there was a break-in. 2 men broke into a house, but they didn't steal anything. Instead, they might have been looking for someone. My heart jumped when I heard this. Justin was looking for me. A couple houses later, and they gave up. I waited a while later, and I have not heard about anything like this again.
45-year-old man.
I dread to think what might have happened if Justin found the right house in my neighborhood and kidnapped me.
Alright, that was a good one. I mean, like, these are kind of getting a little bit, you know. If you really, really, really want me to get scared, go to the description. Send me a video link. I'm up for a scary video. Make it appropriate, please. Listen, the PG-10. I don't get monetized, but I still don't want to get de-startized. It's how it works. You never know. Let's just get into the third animation. Let's go.
I was 16 when this happened to me, and it still haunts me to this day. My older brother's friend gave me work of house sitting his rather large house for 2 days, with the pay rate being $100 a night. For the sake of privacy reasons, let's call my brother's friend Nick. $200 was a lot for such a simple task as house sitting, and since I recently sold my PlayStation 3 to save up for a PlayStation 4, the job came as godsend. At around 6 p.m., Nick picked me up and drove me to his house, as it was getting dark out. Once we got there, he told me about the security cameras he had installed in and out of his home. But I didn't have any intentions of staring at any security monitor all night, as I had brought my laptop to pass the time. After some time had passed, I felt hungry and decided to grab something from the fridge. But as I got up to make my way down, I saw movement.
Sound like a mean fart.
My eye from the monitor. I sat back down, closing my laptop, and taking a closer look, noticing the movement coming from camera 4. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that it was a silhouette of what appeared to be a man standing outside the house. Within seconds of glancing away from the monitor, the man was gone. At that very moment, I heard glass shatter somewhere downstairs, causing me to immediately look at the camera.
That kind of scared me, not
noticing him crawling in through the basement window at an alarming rate. I started to panic, watching him climb the basement stairs with a knife clenched in his hand. I quickly locked the door to my room and dialed 911, explaining everything. I watched the monitor, terrified to see the man on the same floor as mine, desperately opening and closing the doors, looking for anyone to cross his path. I pressed my ear against the door, straining to hear his now slowed footsteps approach my door as he attempted to open it. Realizing I was in there, he began to shout and pound on the door aggressively, frightening me to the very core. As I sat there shaking, I heard sirens in the distance, steadily getting louder and louder. My fear quickly disappeared as I heard the man run towards the stairs, attempting to escape his fate. When I heard the front door slam open, accompanied by somebody yelling,
"Get body!
Put your hands in the air."
Moments later, I walked downstairs and saw the intruder in a pair of handcuffs being escorted to the police cruiser. I thanked one of the officers and called Nick, explaining everything to him. After about 20 minutes, he picked me up and took me home. But I got no sleep that night. All I could think of was how lucky I was to be alive. And if the cops hadn't shown up when they did, I wouldn't be here to tell the story.
Bro, if that was me, Kung Fu moves. All the way. I was the Dragon Wario. English is not my second language. If that even makes sense. Anyway, guys, that was 3 animations. I mean, the third one, I got a little bit jumped when the glass broke. I don't know if the camera caught it, but I'm admitting it. If you want to see me scared, go to the description, put a video link to a scary video I should watch, because I will watch that. And I love you guys so much. I just have so much love right now. And I just... Let me sing a song, yo. Turn on that love music, that flow nice stuff. Deadpool. Ooh. Baby girl. Oh, why am I so good at this? Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. I just love saying that now. I love you guys, because I do love you guys. I love you.